Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week session. I'm James Nave. My creative collaborator, Allegra Houston's on a trip this week, so I'm going it solo. Every Saturday, noon Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, we gather on a Zoom call with a group of writers, usually 25, maybe 30 people show up, and we work for an hour. And in that hour time frame, we offer a provocative image. People generate a list of words based on the provocative image, and then we use that list of words to create a community list, and then we dive right into the 10-minute timed writing. So I want to give you that experience today. So let's begin with the provocative image. It's a photograph. And so what I would like for you to do when the photograph appears, I want you to jot down words based on your response to the image. It's not joined up writing, it's just words. Maybe you might have a phrase or two that pops out, but it's whatever comes, and it will have no order, might not make any sense at all. Just words. And the way you know the word belongs on the page, the way you know that is you feel it. So it's almost a first thought, best thought kind of idea. So whatever pops out, write it down, and maybe you'll look at the image 2 or 3 times, or maybe you will only glance at once. But once you start your word list, keep moving with it. And if you add a second word or a tiny little phrase, that's fine. But keep it short, just words, not joined up writing. So here's your image now. So you now have a personal list, just like everybody on the Zoom call had this morning. Every Saturday, I go around the Zoom room and ask each person to give one phrase or word from their list, and we create a community list. So what I'd like to do now is to read the community list that we created this morning, so you will have that list as well, in addition to your personal list. So here's the community list. Sit back and take it in. What did I, here it is. What it all means. Dancing dolls, mortal trophies, castles and trinkets, stilted dreams. Is there more than one wind? Is she topless? In my underwear of misery, 1950s man cave, graduation day, dolls and bodies, just passing through. The world beneath the surface, seriously random. Plaid becomes you. Try this. Colonize memory. Challenge and not challenged. Sharp dress to your childhood. I love poles. Blase. Stilted brotherhood. Jackie's pose. Ballpark and circus tents. Fly me to the moon. Perfect tie match. So there's the list. As you might have noticed, you can do a lot with a list. So you could read it top to bottom, you could read it bottom to top. And regardless of how you approach it, you will see provocative images popping out of the list as you read through it. I read it fairly straightforward. Maybe you'd like to try reading it with a little more imaginative leaps involved or a little more improvisational energy. However you do it, you now have our community list and you also have your personal list. So now what I would like for you to do is to get ready to do a 10-minute timed writing from the imaginative storm to the creative form. So please allow your imagination to be as fanciful as it pleases. The idea here is to let your imagination do all the creative work. Keeping it messy doesn't necessarily make sense. And let your rational mind join in the collaboration. Let the two come together. It's a bit of a dance, like a tango or a waltz or a square dance. Although imagine a barn full of rational minds and imaginative minds dancing together. Who knows what would come out of that? A bit like the kaleidoscope spinning around, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes. I will time it. And what I would like for you to do is just write something. Keep in mind that whatever you write, it's never existed before. It's brand new right now, totally original, and it belongs only to you. So here we go. Your 10 minutes begins right now. Okay, now you have a brand new piece of writing. And before you go on, maybe you'd like to just pause this video for a second and read it out loud. After we finish with our 10-minute timed writing on the Zoom call on Saturday, everybody goes into a Zoom room and they read it. The oral tradition, like storytelling. It's very important to let your voice come out. And if you happen to be in a room with a couple of other friends, hey, read it aloud to them. Maybe you're working together in a group. Who knows? But let your voice be part of this. So pause the video, read it out loud, and we'll come back in a second. Okay, you read it out loud, and now you have a piece of writing I hope you are very happy with. And if you are happy with it, if you're pleased with it, go to imaginativestorm.com, and there you will find a link to put the piece that you wrote on our circle community. And the image that I offered you was Diane Arbus, a photographer from New York, who roamed around New York throughout her career. She was a street photographer, black and white material. She looked for the edges. She worked around the margins. She was able to go into people's homes and get them to relax. And so the image you saw and you worked with was one of her images, Diane Arbus. So, like I said, if you like what you wrote, post it on our circle community. You can also go to Imaginative Storm for other resources. We have some books like Write What You Don't Know, which is 10 chapters of material that will help you free your imagination and write more and more and more from the imaginative storm to the creative form. And the book is titled Write What You Don't Know. Guess what? There's a lot in there that you don't know. We also have some other books and some other resources as well, some workshops. So go to imaginativestorm.com and check it out. And hey, thank you ever so much for being part of this little session we had today. I appreciate it. I wish you all the best in your writing work. And I hope that we'll see each other sometime soon on the Zoom call. Till then, hey, I'll see you somewhere down the line, maybe on that turnaround.